Hello, welcome back to Skimming the Pages, the only Bookend Gaming comment show on the internet where one of the hosts could talk his way out of a verbal DUI, or a verbal alcohol sobriety test. That's the word I'm thinking of.
Uh-huh.
Just because he's memorized the alphabet backwards quickly.
I have.
He spent...
Oh, it's me.
didn't
I
say
gave it
was
away.
You. Yeah. You spent a lot of time... I don't know how much time you spent doing it.
I don't know. I just sat
Probably
there and
more
learned
time
it
than anyone
backwards.
else would, but...
There's some weird things you do when you're not having sex.
I guess?
I learned how to juggle, too.
Yeah, but normally when you're not having sex, the things you're doing are in pursuit of sex, not things that would deny you sex.
Nah.
Oh, that's my issue. We're Bookend Gaming. I'm Travis.
I'm Eric.
Yeah, there you are. And we have patrons to shout out. And we actually have a brand new one that just signed up
Yeah.
literally 5 minutes before we started this recording.
Correct. And
So-
it's Aaron Hornberger.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
on you. You came in just under the wire.
Woo.
Now go vote for our next seg because the last
Yeah.
poll is over.
I
and
think he
we're gonna
did
be playing
already.
That. Did he? Oh, okay.
But now I gotta remember the rest. Okay, here we
Good
go.
luck.
Jordan,
Okay.
Winneapolis.
Yes.
Hey Jason, Talish Verda,
Uh-huh.
Rad Coffee Man,
Right.
and Phil.
Yeah, you did it.
Yes, that's 7 now. I gotta make a list.
Do you? How many do you think it'll be before you actually do have to, like, pull it up?
8 or 9.
You think? You think you're going to lose out on memorizing them?
I don't know.
I don't-
I feel like I'll get to 8 or 9 and then forget one randomly.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we can keep attempting to memorize them until we get to a point where we go, I can't remember,
Yeah.
and then have to look it up. Then we'll just start with looking it up right out the gate.
I don't know. I know like 900 Pokemon. I don't have room for patrons.
Right, there's priorities and whatnot. Alphabet backwards. Alphabet backwards. Listen to Hey There Delilah for 24 hours straight. Or
I did do
whatever it
that.
was. I know you did. You do weird things. You're a weird dude.
Correct.
That's okay, though, because it works. Because I am also weird, just in very different ways. Let's just get right into comments.
Okay.
Single episode games, Mario's early years. Fun with Noombres.
And perhaps our best video on the channel.
Of course, as noted by Thomas the Crunk Engine, it says exhilarating, just absolutely riveting. Honestly, peak content.
I agree.
Well, I mean, it was good enough for you to comment 3 times on it, so. How about now?
Yeah. Same person, same video. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
They mean that freaking Russian dude you met in the gulag is actually inside your head, like a Tyler Durden situation. I just spoiled 2 things with 1 sentence.
Oh
I
no!
like that shit. And then he commented again and put a timestamp. I know exactly what point it's at. 'Cause
Correct.
the comment says, the fact that feet for free immediately went through my head because of the current state of the internet is infuriating. Rad Coffee Man then says, can't wait to hear Travis drop a coin in the roasted Thomas jar for this one.
I feel like we need an actual jar.
I know.
Just so you can hear it in the microphone.
Yeah, I mean, we got to get a bunch of coins, though. I got to start bringing coins with me.
And I gotta not put Rem in it.
Yeah, and then he says, in my defense, it's everywhere and I hate it. Well, you do know that the internet algorithm shows you things that you've previously looked for.
I was gonna say I see no feet
Yeah, I don't see a lot of feet either.
unless it's just part of a random artwork that's.
Or like a meme about it,
Well, yeah.
or all the feet pictures that Thomas posts in the Discord. We have a Discord, by the way, also a Patreon. There's not feet pictures in there that I'm aware of.
I don't think so. Well, there was that one day. There are like Sonic's feet were posted and Mario's feet. I think we were talking about this though.
Oh, I must have missed that day.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky.
Yeah, I tend to escape from it for a little bit every so often. Sometimes I need that, otherwise I'll start yelling at everybody.
Yeah. Okay, a different person. Same
Yay.
video though. Rad Coffee Man has a timestamp. Nekopara flashbacks. Should we click it? I assume I'm making a Mario voice.
Yeah, go for it. You probably say Measter.
I have to translate to English though.
It doesn't do anything.
It
I
does
already
nothing.
did it.
Okay, I'm gonna click the timestamp and see exactly.
Rad Coffee Man's apparently bilingual.
I think I clicked it actually. I think I just say like hello or something that's
That just-
as Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you listen to that ad. I will read Kazooie Resident Evil HD. Aaron Hornberger timestamps and says those crows are definitely out for blood.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, actually, yeah, I even remember this. Yeah, well, it's because we kept going through that room, and I'm like, I know those crows activated at some point, and they
Yeah.
they wouldn't do it for the longest time.
No. And then I made that sound, and you're like, "What? Who is that?" And I'm like, "Kazooie."
Yeah, it's like that sounds
Here
like
we go.
something.
Oh, yes, look at my shoe. Oh, what's a pair of shoes?
Yeah, just
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty accurate.
And that was the feet moment.
Yeah, of course. That was the highlight of the whole playthrough, apparently.
Okay, more Resident Evil.
Yeah,
HD, episode 25. Chauncey the Cricket.
I had forgotten about Chauncey.
Me too. It was a real cricket, right?
Yeah,
Like there was a cricket
There was
in my
a cricket
apartment.
there the entire night. That like it wasn't. This was an apartment. This was your house. It was out in the country. Like when we
Oh,
were
well,
first
okay. I mean,
recording.
whatever. But
Yeah.
It was, and it was loud. And
Oh yeah, like every video that night had a cricket in the background of it. It was like it was trying to tell us something.
Aaron Hornberger says, "Whatever happened to Chauncey? Solid guest, had a lot to say."
Yeah,
I don't know.
someday we'll bring him back.
Yeah. I don't know how.
We'll just someday there'll be another cricket in here, and we got to remember to just name him Chauncey.
Okay.
It'll be Chauncey the second.
Yes.
Everything is expensive. New Super Mario. Good.
Dude.
Oh, I didn't put Bros. Do I not put Bros on those, or did I forget to put it on
I think
that
you forgot to
episode?
put Bros on that one.
Oh my
'Cause I
god.
think I remember seeing Bros on another one.
The title's too long. I keep forgetting. Thomas the Crunkins, it says Diet Dr. Pepper does not taste the same as its normal counterpart. And it doesn't even come in the better flavors like cherry. That's because you're drinking the wrong Dr. Pepper. You don't drink Diet any soda. You drink zero sugar.
Yeah.
My recommendations are zero sugar, not Diet. Diet has that weird aspartame aftertaste.
Yeah, the zero sugar ones do taste better.
Yeah, well, and not even, like, it's weird, because, like, at first you wouldn't think it tastes better, because it'll be different. But they've almost perfected that whatever
Yeah.
chemical compound to make it still taste the same with no sugar in it.
Mhm, they're not bad.
There's no aftertaste. And then if you drink it for long enough, then you go back to regular, because I've, like, had a regular Coke just at, like, fast food or something, and it just,
Yeah.
it tastes, like, thick and syrupy. And I don't like it now, just because I'm so used to the zero sugar.
Yeah.
So stop drinking diet stuff, because the zero sugar Dr. Pepper has the fucking cherry. They've got vanilla. They've got cream
That
soda.
cream soda one was delicious.
Oh, it's great. And there's a cream soda that's strawberry.
I've yeah.
Yeah,
Is
there's
there
like a
a
pink
zero
one now.
one of that?
Yeah.
Ooh. I
Yeah,
gotta try
oh, man,
that
it's
then.
good.
Because I had the original one.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
The zero Mountain Dews are really good too.
Yeah.
Trying to get sponsored by Zero Sugar.
I don't think that's a brand name.
just every company that uses zero sugar. It's just I will
Pepsi Zero.
shill
what
for
I'll-
you. I don't like Pepsi. Sorry.
Socially awkward new kid. Katawa Shoujo episode 2. We just got 2 timestamps, so
Do you want to click those?
person guy has 2 timestamps. Let's see what they. I don't even remember seeing this comment, so let's see what
I
they
don't
are.
either.
She's blind, isn't she?
She's missing an arm and 2 legs.
No, I see that.
Okay,
At least you don't notice things like that.
He claps his hand.
and then
This guy's over here dying, guys. The teacher soon realizes that
so
I mean, it's just us commenting on random students in that classroom.
just funny parts they thought they were funny, probably.
I guess. But there's no, like, actual comment. And he edited it.
Ooh,
Also, why would you
Yeah,
do
added a
2
second one.
timestamps with things that are literally, like, 20 seconds apart?
just keep watching. But yeah, so I don't know. Those must just be times he thought were funny.
Well, they were. So, thanks, bud. This seems healthy. The Fruity Grisaya Sachi route. Rad Coffee Man timestamps and says, that was an episode of Malcolm in the Middle, my guy. Thank
Yeah.
you. I know this was me. There was something about night terrors. Like,
Yeah.
I got to warn you, I do have night terrors or something. Then it cuts to, like, someone screaming in his face.
Yeah,
And I was like, it's like a fat guy. And it's the giant fat black dude that's like Malcolm's friend's dad
okay.
is with Hal. And, like, they have to sleep in the same bed for some reason or another. Because the second he said Malcolm in the Middle, I was like, that's it. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
So thank you. It's so nice to have someone actually, like, find that kind of stuff for us.
Right.
'Cause there's so many instances of, like, oh, we need to know what this is. And then we never
Yeah.
find out.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, the fucking anime ending that doesn't exist. But somehow
Yeah.
we both remember.
Oh, man. Same video, Thomas the Crunk Engine, a timestamp. Probably got to click on it. Oh, no, we don't. I know what it is. That raises a good point. You were talking about, like, how she's still sitting there, like, in hospice or plugged in.
They just left her that, like, she's in a coma and there's no
and
one.
you're like, oh, yeah, that's not America. Or it's just, yeah.
Right.
If you were to have a coma and A, didn't have any family...
Sorry. Oh, that fucking cut. I'm going to go have a coma.
I'm going to go. We're here to have a coma.
What's Jimmy up to? He's having a coma.
He had a coma. That's not good. Have you or any loved ones had a coma recently?
Lazy Sunday, crack open a few comas with the boys.
Oh, man.
Sorry,
Fell
go
asleep on
on.
Friday and had a coma till morning. Until Monday, I mean.
Have yourself a coma.
Didn't have any family. B, didn't have insurance. And C, didn't have any money or credit. What would happen? Would they pull the plug after a while? Would they just rack up the bill until you woke up? I don't know, and Googling the answer doesn't reveal an answer.
I feel like it's on the state at that point. Because I know there's been like a few like Supreme Court or state, even just state level Supreme Court cases of like people who were on like assisted living, like
Yeah.
hooked up to machines and whatnot. And it was like, okay, the state is paying to keep this person alive, but are they actually alive because they're brain dead? And this is like,
Right.
so I don't know who pays for it, but I imagine it's like, if there's no family or anything like that, it's up to the state.
Yeah.
So I don't, I mean, maybe Japan is different, or maybe it's an anime and it doesn't really matter.
Correct.
But I mean, why she gotta be in a coma the whole time? Just kill her.
She had a coma.
Actually-
Nothing she could do about it.
Actually, don't kill her, because I think, isn't that the bad ending?
That was the...
No, that's the good ending.
That was
That's
the
choice
good
we had to
ending.
make. Yeah.
But see, it did that thing where it was like, no, I can't do it. Well, then why
Yeah,
is it
why give us that choice then? We could have stewed over that.
just said,
for
no, I won't do it to the other
hours.
one that I clicked then.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it does. I don't know. We didn't click it. Dart Champ, Final Fantasy VII Remake. J5, timestamp. If that's a British darts tournament, then yeah, it's pretty damn raucous. The big tournaments have half the crowd and fancy dress. You'll see stormtroopers and minions waving 180 signs.
Yeah.
You
Because
were
I
talking
mentioned,
about...
like, just stumbling upon it and, like, you know, one of those ESPN 8 the Ocho type deals.
Yeah.
It's like,
People
all
are
right,
just going
darts.
fucking nuts over darts.
And the crowd was just like, yeah, 180,
Is-
180.
Is it called darts or is it called 301? Because it's one of those
Well-
things, like, it seems like one of those games like pool/billiards where it's like you call it
Yeah,
billiards,
8-ball.
but it's pool, or 8-ball, or 9-ball.
I think it's just there's different games of...
But it's all under the
Darts.
darts. But the game itself is called darts. 'Cause
Yeah.
darts seems like the kind of thing that, like, that's just what the layman would call it. It's like, I'm throwing darts. It's
Yeah.
darts. But it's probably got some, like, schmooble bomb,
Right. No, I think it's
schnibble or
still
something.
darts.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like 301, because then there's, you know, 501, 701, and then there's like cricket, where you have to get certain numbers.
I remember my grandpa had a dartboard that you flipped it around and it was a baseball diamond.
Yeah.
And like you got
I had-
to throw for
I
like,
had one of
where
those
you
too.
hit. Yeah.
But yeah. Thrill of the Race, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Timestamp, Aaron Hornberger. Probably have to click that.
Yeah, because this one's...
Cloud's whole story is just actually him trying to convince everyone he's good at darts and giving the ladies some white snake.
Yeah, because he writes his name at the top of the list like he won, but no one
Yeah.
was there to witness it.
Nobody will
Yeah.
ever believe me.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember what... 10 minutes in, though. I don't know what we're...
Yeah, I'll go ahead and click it. You
Okay.
can start on this next one.
Was I a good girl?
No.
I'm not.
Actually, that looks delicious because it's Culver's.
Ooh. The Fruity Grisaya Sachi route finale. AV, or Ave, says, I love Sachi so much. And hearing how her parents set this up and Sachi finally reading it, crying, made me tear up. This is still my favorite route. But really, there's only one route that I would say I was very neutral about. I'm not a patron, so I don't know what you guys already have in mind VN-wise. Well, you do now. And I'm not sure how you guys take recommendations for series but I would like to recommend a couple. They are longer ones like though, like Grisaya, primary one I would love to see because primary one I would love to see because I very rarely see people talk about it or let's play for it is Little Busters.
Okay.
Little Busters,
Little
getting into
Busters.
trouble. Currently number one for me right now, right above Steins Gate. Another real good one is Muv-Luv. This one takes a bit longer to build up, but is still enjoyable along the way. Anyways, thanks for playing this game, and I'm really glad you guys didn't leave Sachi for last.
Yeah. No, we don't want Sachi to be last.
No, of course not. I wasn't going to allow that. Just like you won't allow Machina to be last.
No, she's awesome.
But, yeah, I mean, we do the Patreon poll or whatever, and we have a set number of ones that we've put up there. And the ones that didn't get chosen this time will probably stay there, and we may, like, just leave those ones for the next one. And then once it whittles down a little bit, we'll start adding other ones. So these suggestions, we've had all these suggestions over the years while we were playing Kadwa and stuff like that. People were like, "Oh, you should try this and this and this." So we've looked them up, and it's pretty much just like we know about Steins Gate. Like we were looking through like Steam and like the top rated stuff, and it's all over the place. So we take it all into consideration. Don't you worry.
Here's Cloud's moment.
Is this love
Oh, it's just
that I'm feeling?
What is happening?
Must be love.
it's Cloud and Jesse riding the motorcycle.
Oh, and you singing White Snake.
Yeah, okay, that makes I'm glad I clicked on that because I forgot I sang that.
Yeah, I didn't remember that either.
Oh man. Okay. So same video as the one you just read,
Yep, Sachi finale.
which is Was I a Good Girl? Rad Coffee Man. Timestamp. I have learned from the Discord how much Travis loves Scott Pilgrim, especially Ramona. So as soon as I heard Negasachi, I knew where this was going.
Of course I love Ramona. I have her tattooed on my arm.
And another timestamp, mine sound pretty basic, classic prog rock fan of me, but Dark Side of the Moon is still one of the best albums I've ever heard.
I couldn't name a single song on that album.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Okay. I don't know how that goes. I mean, I'm sure I know some of the songs from it, but I couldn't like be like, okay, I don't know enough about Pink Floyd. Like I know The Wall. But that's about it.
But yeah, that's one of the top 10 albums of all time.
Is it? Is 10 on that list too?
I don't think so.
Really? Pearl Jam's 10?
I
don't know. Every
think
top
it was
album list I've ever
Alive.
seen,
Was that an album? Or is
Alive
that...
was on 10.
Okay, then yeah. I feel like that was up there.
Because like that always ends up on those lists, and Green Day's Blue album, or not Green Day, Weezer. Weezer's Blue
Well,
album.
I just mean top 10
Or Green
actual
album.
selling
Whatever
of all
fucking one.
time.
Oh, top selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Dark Side of the Moon. Thriller, I believe, is still number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't listen to old stuff. I mean, I do, but just like my version of old stuff. Like early 2000s stuff.
I listen to just literally everything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You listen to country?
Sometimes.
Me too.
Not much, though.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably the least, but...
Red Coffee Man, same video. Different comment, though. Another timestamp. The vicar won't be home for hours.
I don't remember what caused that.
I mean, I'm sure we quoted it.
Probably something.
If you want to click it, you go ahead. I can read the rest of these because we got another one.
I'm going to click it and see
Okay.
what...
Aaron Horn.
Nice to meet you. I'm Natasha.
Oh.
An underworld doctor.
Go ahead.
Fucking ads. Another timestamp. Hornberger says, "We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Depression."
No, it's a letter from our friends.
Yeah, well, that was just when you find the letter from her parents.
Yeah. It's a letter from depression. Okay, here.
Oh, my loins are
Oh.
burning.
My loins. My burning loins.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Heated up on your burning loins.
Yeah.
Okay. Same video. Thomas the Crunk says, I would happily build a personal playground for Sachi to play in where no drunk drivers can run anyone over. And probably no pedophiles, too.
I was gonna say, there's always pedophiles though.
It would have 5 layers of those concrete pillars you see at Walmart or liquor stores, so people don't run into things.
Yeah, but then all the kids would just run into the concrete pillars.
Yeah, and you can jump off of them and do
Yeah,
cool tricks.
Go to kick your shoe and hit your foot against a concrete pillar. Be the worst. FRINDS, Kato Shoujo Ren Route, episode 28. The one guy, 111111111, only 4 times, says, "To me, the painting looks like the ghost of a janitor mopping what is now an abandoned room." Yeah, I feel like it. Didn't I say it was like the Iron Giant or something like that?
Yeah.
I feel like it looked like the Iron Giant or like a Grim Reaper or something like that. I don't know.
Was that the one that I said looked like I thought it looked like a frog,
Possibly,
like holding a broom or something to that effect.
I think so. It's the one that's in her studio.
Yeah.
Like when she's up above the art gallery or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So a janitor mopping. So he also saw.
He saw a broom too. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then.
I'm gonna take a sip of this Capri Sun. Hope it doesn't come through the mic. Nobody say anything about how I say Capri Sun.
Relationship Council, The Fruit of Grisaya, episode 36. Silver Soul User. Timestamp. There's actually a game like that called Conception. And funnily enough, it doesn't have sex scenes, but the goal is to have as many children as you can. It's a bit weird.
Okay.
I
we
know.
don't need this timestamp.
Nope.
I remember because I had this theory for the longest time that this whole school was just built as like a breeding grounds. And then I was like, even if it's not, there's got to be a game like that out there.
Yeah.
And
well, there is.
There we go.
Conception.
We got our answer however many years later. Skimming the Pages, comment show from May 28th. Timestamp from Rad Coffee Man says, all this time Thomas has been playing kinky 4D chess and we are the pawns. That's just us thinking that maybe he's doing this on purpose because he's got a degradation kink.
So you yell at him.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. I yell for free.
Okay. I got some reading to do.
Oh my lord. So do you want me to click these then?
Yeah, sure. If we
Okay.
need to.
All right.
Same video. Joshua Patterson says, you posted this on Sunday and not a Monday because you didn't decide to edit this on Saturday night. Same. I'll put quotations around each time skip so you can know what I'm talking about and don't have to click on them. You're welcome.
Hey!
Okay. First timestamp. They all seem to be coming from the exact same people. Ominous laugh. You fool, you thought it Joshua, but it was me, that other guy.
You mean Aaron?
Yeah, that one's just you saying that the long comments are coming from 2 people.
Yeah.
Testing Travis. I kind of wish that was a segment now.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, if it was a segment, it would literally just be like ripping on Thomas.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, tearing Thomas a new one. The Thomas jar.
Repeat of my infamous comment. Oh, why does that sound even worse than I thought it did? Oh, I hate myself now.
That's fine. It's all the past. You've grown as a person.
Next one talks about how you like to put yourself in the protagonist's shoes. That's understandable. But one of the problems I was trying to explain, but failed horribly, is that Yuji isn't a character that you can self-insert. Because he has his own desires and way of doing things that self-inserts don't do, and does some things that no normal person would, and has his own backstory that I honestly can't wait for you to read and see your reactions. And not every VN protagonist is supposed to be a character to put your shoes in, but again, that's your way of reading a VN, and that's understandable, and I won't judge you for it. Heart.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're not supposed to, and each character has their own thing, because, I mean, obviously, like, Danganronpa, the main character is not just some blank slate. I mean, same for all of them. Like the only ones that are blank slate kind of stuff would be like the Sakura games, maybe.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, the DDLC
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You don't see the MC,
But
so
they
it's
still
like,
do things, like, you don't have complete control over them. They
no,
can't do
but
that.
you don't see them. And the game is from your vantage point,
Yeah,
and you get to name the character yourself. So
I don't know. It's more so every visual novel we've played so far, almost every visual novel we've played so far, has been from the perspective of a high school-aged guy.
yeah.
So when all of them act a certain way, but then this guy, Yuji, is not that, and I know that's his character because he's not a high school kind of guy. He wasn't raised that way. He was raised to do the things that he does. But
Janitorial work.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's so weird to me because it's like, why are you like the way he reacts to things? And more so, it's not so much that I hate the character. It's just I don't relate to him as well. But then if people get defensive about that, then it's like, oh no, what if I do? I don't know.
Right.
Talking about anime and critiquing anything in it is always going to be a minefield. So that's just the nature of anime, I think.
It's not what you said, it's how you said it. Yes, that was the big problem. I came across as a dick who can't accept other people's opinions when I was trying to explain Yuji's actions and behavior without spoilers.
Listen, you can't explain Yuji's actions and behavior. He blew up the school.
He did.
Yeah, that's
and then
not
told his
horrible.
girlfriend to kill her mother or herself.
Right, exactly.
For clarity.
Yeah, because that'll just fix her.
Giving an example using pickles. I also hate pickles.
How dare
Shoot,
you?
Me too.
Do you really?
Yeah,
I thought you
they're
just said that
gross.
because it was like a default thing. I actually do like pickles.
I know,
I don't
pickles.
I don't like pickles plain. Like I'm not one of those people that just eat pickles.
Yeah.
But like
on a
pickles
sandwich.
on a burger or sandwich,
Yeah.
anything like that. Oh,
No,
great. Pickles on a pizza, great.
I hate them. Next one, telling me the steps on how not to sound like an a-hole. You sound like a dad scolding his son.
Yeah, I'm good like that. Just don't start calling me daddy.
And then
That's for Thomas.
touch some fucking grass. End of rant. Beautiful. Loved every second of it, and I'm on step 4.
Yeah.
I'll admit, if you did do this, I actually would have been upset. Not at you, but to me, because you would have been right, because I did sound like an idiot when all I was trying to do was try to explain things, so I'm glad we found the good ending. Whew. And then I responded to it and said, I don't even know if this comment will fit on the screen. I love it. Lammo.
Yeah. By the way, thank you for actually like typing out like what the timestamp was timestamping.
Yeah.
Because it saves us time to like having to click all those. It's like, oh my god, every single time we gotta stop and wait for the ads to go, and then you've got to splice in the audio.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes you just let it play through the mic, like an unprofessional dick. No, just kidding. Same video, Thomas the Crunk Engine, timestamp. Dude, the fact that I have ADHD and I did the same thing is hilarious.
Gotta click this one, I think, right?
Yeah. And Silver Soul user replied and said, yeah, I do the same with most playthroughs or just YouTube videos in general.
I don't know what this is talking about.
Hi, my name is Susan.
No!
You recording videos with Susan now? What the fuck?
And after remembering that I have ADHD and the attention span of a goldfish, I decided that the best way to experience this would be through a funny playthrough I can listen to in the background of whatever I'm
yeah,
doing.
the commenter
So
that
anyway,
like
thanks
didn't
for letting me
normally
experience
comment.
this game.
Yeah.
No problem. We try to be funny.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just someone using us because we're easy to listen to, I guess. Seems unlikely, but I'll take your word for it.
Seems unbelievable.
Right?
Same video, same person, timestamp. Oh no, I can't do an Australian accent. Australian Michiru be like, oi, cunt, I'm humping the Yuji teddy bear.
Nailed it.
Sure.
I can't do a...
Oi, cunt! I'm humping the Yuji teddy bear! There you go.
Yeah, perfect. Why Australian? Did we make a joke about...
Yeah, you said you can't do an Australian accent.
Oh, that's
Or,
right. Because I wanted to like try to do more accents and stuff.
Yeah, and he was saying something like he would love an Australian Michiru.
Yeah.
I think that was his last comment.
Oh, I can't. I'm humping the. Yeah, I can't do it.
Nope.
Not even gonna attempt. Can't do it. The man 592 timestamp. I'm the one who's actually named Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for you. Rad Coffee Man replies, so they get you and me mixed up because of our usernames. They refer to Thomas the Crunk Engine as Thomas, and you're the one who is actually Thomas. Man, it's like fate wanted there to be confusion. So you replied, maybe we need a vote to decide what else to call Thomas the Crunk Engine instead. Crunkles, perhaps? No, he's always Thomas. You all have to fight to the death to be, like... Thomas and the man have to fight to the death over the name Thomas, and then the man and Rad Coffee Man, if the man survives,
Right.
has to fight again to try to keep the man.
Okay.
Or since you're part of both confusions, you can pick what you want to fight for.
Yeah, there you go.
So you other two, be prepared. The man 592 is coming for you. And then he replies, don't worry about that. Thomas can keep my name. I never liked it anyway. All right, so I guess he's chosen to fight Rad Coffee Man. So pay-per-view. We'll be putting that on Patreon. Which Rad Coffee Man's already a patron, so better...
That's true.
He's got my vote. The odds are in his favor.
Okay. We're speaking of Rad Coffee Man. Same video. Lamo. I love that that's actually just a thing on our channel now.
I don't remember who was the first one
Nope.
to do that.
It was just a random commenter and we laughed at it, and now it's
Lamo.
I'm in my mid-20s, so you can ask for all the butt pics you want. Whoa, all right.
Okay then. Good to know. I'll see you on Discord.
Yeah.
I'll see a whole lot of you on Discord.
So he just got some votes, too.
Right? And then Catherine, timestamp Frankenstein's book.
Frankenstein's book. Yeah, that was the
Yeah, saying that the book was...
written by Frankenstein.
Yeah, because like the author spot for all the others were in the spot that said Frankenstein for that one.
Japanese Thing, Bayonetta, Episode 5.
That's a Japanese thing to say.
I love that, like, Resident Evil and Bayonetta are
Well, it's all Aaron. Aaron's like going back through like the old stuff.
Yeah, he's a trooper.
Yeah, I mean, go for it.
God damn, that opening was the bee's knees, says Aaron
If
Hornberger.
only it wasn't like 45 seconds long.
Bravo! I gotta say, that was the most intense mini-boss battle, the infamous metal door. And then I responded, I know it was a really long intro, but I really liked it. I was able to switch up the little game clips to show games we've played, and I like the little game-specific sound effects when we appear at the end.
Can you imagine, though, if we kept doing that? Like, how many intros would you have made by this point?
I'm in a bunch. Because I would...
Yeah, like, you constantly were switching them out, but, like, the fact that you'd have to, like, send them to me constantly and change it up, and then it adds a whole other layer of editing, because we would always do the little sound when our names popped. Yeah, it was just...
But I really did like it.
I like it too, but yeah, just people, I mean...
Nobody ever really even said anything about it either. We just decided this is too long.
Well, back then when we first started, you were posting our stuff to a lot of like subreddits and review channels, and people in there would be like, yeah, your intro seems a little too long.
Yeah.
And I get it because, I mean... people don't have the fucking attention span for that stuff anymore. We can look at our analytic retention, even on shorts that are a minute long, they only stick around for 20 seconds.
Yeah. And it was like a 30-second intro.
Right. Yeah, so it's like they're either going to sit there and skip ahead or they're just going to like click off.
Right. But even like the Duck Hunt intro, like we could have kept that and then the sound effects.
Yeah, because at first, before you got the new intro that we currently use, we had just shortened it to just the dog laughing and then the shot.
Yeah.
Which is still quick, but it was loud. I think
it was
I think we had gotten the complaint that it was like, holy fuck, that was loud.
Yeah, but then I just wanted to make a, actual, like I bought that intro. I made it and bought the whatever so we can use it.
Oh, yeah.
So... because just to be like, HD and look good.
Right, and not to mention when you're using all those game clips, what happens when like one of those clips gets copyrighted? Then how many with that intro would get flagged?
I don't know.
Because it even not to mention it started with like a remix of the Tetris theme. So I feel I mean at some point we'd get a bunch of videos just fucking disappear.
Right.
I mean, not that that doesn't already happen.
And then he replied to me, honestly liked it too, good creative outcome.
Yes, these are humble beginnings. And then Bayonetta episode 6, Wheelie Joe.
Really, Joe?
Timestamp from Aaron Hornberger. Thought the same. Sonic Adventure 2 reference. Good times, good times. Also noticed at outro y'all were confused with the name. Was this playthrough when y'all switched to Bookend Gaming?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because when you first started the channel, it was Laserbeam Gaming.
Yeah, I responded to it and said that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't say Laserbeam Gaming.
Yeah, I
but
think so. I only did the channel by myself for about a month and a half, and when we decided to come up with a name. Yeah, because it was a thing where it was Laserbeam Gaming, and you were going to do your own thing, which is also confusing because there's a famous streamer called Laserbeam.
Yeah, I saw that.
But, so it was like, the idea of Laserbeam Gaming was like, well, is this a gaming channel for another channel that was named Laserbeam? Because it was like Laserbeam IRL.
I mean, that's
Laserbeam
just my
Gaming.
gamer tag, so that's just what I named it. But then I was like, well, when we're both here, it's...
Well, yeah, and for the longest time, when it was stuff that me and you were doing, it was Laserbeam Gaming, Eric and Travis.
Yeah.
Like, we named it like a little subsection thing.
I think that was only for like a month. We were Bookend Gaming pretty early on.
Yeah, because eventually it was like, we're just going to do... because it was... I think the initial idea was like you'd bring me on to do some stuff, but then it was just like, we're just going to do it this way forever. So let's find a name. And then we were like workshopping names for like a day and a half.
Yeah. We just wanted something that was like, that we play everything.
Right, yeah. We're like, okay, we play everything. And I was like, let's something like... Eventually we landed on play everything from A to Z. So it was like A to Z, like bookends.
Yeah. Which is cool, because really, like, then we can have, like, book-related puns for all of our
Right, yeah,
stuff.
I mean, that just worked out. So far, we've been doing it. We're going to run out eventually.
Yeah. Plimbob V Tedward. Are you smarter than a 5th grader?
Oh, my God. Editing this, I was so embarrassed. I was like, man, I fucking lost on, like, the first question. I pressed the wrong button or something, like...
Yeah.
Like,
you did.
I went to press one thing and pressed the wrong... I don't know. It was like 2 in the morning.
Well, yeah. We're playing a trivia game. We did that with Trivial Pursuit, too.
I don't know. Yeah, we keep doing it. Why do we keep thinking we're going
don't
to use
know.
our brains when it's that late?
Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Joshua Patterson says this playthrough is basically telling who is the smartest of you two.
Yeah, I mean, that's been obvious for years.
I just like that while we're playing with it, you're just like, wow, you know things. What things do you know?
Yeah, you do know things. That's always kind of been our dynamic. You're books and I'm streets. And I'm not even very streets.
No, and I'm not
just
even very books. I just like trivia.
You're just more books than me and I'm more streets than you. If we put our heads together, we could become half a man. Aaron Hornberger's same video says, Bookend Gaming. They play games, read visual novels, and murk children who had it fucking coming. Doing God's work, boys. I've been murking children since I started playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
Actually, they kick my ass. I'm terrible at that game.
Girl on the Windmill Hill.
Windmill Hill.
Yes, I named it that specifically on purpose.
Yeah, because that's what they called it. It's not Windmill Hill. It's the Windmill Hill.
Yes.
The one.
If my heart had wings. There's a lot of comments on this one. Joshua Patterson says, this is one of my first VNs. It's so good and has one of the most beautiful soundtracks I have ever heard.
Can't wait to not hear it because we always have the volume down.
Won't be able to really hear the soundtrack too much.
Eva Bleniers.
Yeah.
Sure. Says, oh my god, I can't believe you're actually doing this. This might be my favorite VN aside from Katawa Shoujo.
Yeah, all these comments are like making me think like, wow, this must be a really good VN.
Yeah, like it's just I mean, it's one of the top rated on Steam.
Yeah. It's just, it seems so goofy, but...
And it's just so weird to me that, like...
Fruits was goofy.
We didn't get that many... Like, we weren't getting, like, people clamoring for it when we stopped playing it the first time. And no one... Like, we had, like, one person mention it since then,
yeah,
and that's about it.
I think we were too early on when we stopped playing it for people to...
Yeah, no one really cared what we were playing.
Plus, then we played Katawa, so...
Yeah.
Aaron Martin. I didn't realize you'd be starting over, so I rewatched the previous videos right before you posted this. A few times I could have sworn you just ripped the audio directly from the older videos. Particularly right after you got Diorm. every single beat was precisely the same.
Well, it's good to know we've evolved as comedians.
Yeah, I didn't watch them, but
I didn't either, but we even said, we're like, I bet we're making the same
yeah,
jokes.
probably. Whatever. And then I responded and said, we figured after hearing the patch changed some things like Kualalul part that restarting would be easier, especially since it would only take us a couple episodes to get back to where we left off. Plus, we apparently completely forgot about the duck somehow.
Yeah.
Lambo.
Yeah, it was surprising.
Yeah, he was very prominent.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Martin says, makes sense. Looking forward to see more. Woo!
We gotta record more.
We do gotta record more.
Thomas the Crunk Engine, same video. Timestamp reminds me of the people that refused to allow the local government to put down solar panels because they thought it would use up the sun. Is that me talking about the windmill thing? I think that was me probably. I know someone who they had graduated high school, but they didn't know what windmills did.
Yeah.
They thought they created
wind. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, we can click it if you want.
Nah, I'll just whatever. It's fine.
Same video, same person. Dude, I can't wait to get the cripple jokes just like in KS. Brings me back to the times before skimming the pages.
Listen, I've been really good about not making the cripple jokes.
I don't know. There were some in there.
Was there?
Yeah.
Listen, they come naturally to me. You know I don't mean it.
No, we're just joking.
I'm differently abled, so it's fine. It's not fine. But whatever. They're jokes. Talish Berda says, just a pre-warning. If yous are using the same fan patch I think you are, the translation does fall apart in places. In particular, it gets pretty bad in Agia's route, though that assuming it hasn't been fixed in the years between when I played it and now. Yeah, I'm using the fan patch that, I mean, I just talked about this on Discord, actually.
This was just brought up in Discord.
Yeah. It's like the latest fan patch from Steam, which it's like Steam has all these guides and all that. And
Yeah.
and it says without it, like the base Steam version, the Agia route was like unreadable and unplayable.
You're right.
And that's why we stopped the first time, because I knew all that stuff, and I was like, okay, well, I got to figure out a patch. And
Let's
I
just
never
play Katawa instead.
Yeah, and my computer was like really bad back then, so I was like, we'll just do Katawa. I know that runs well, and I know it's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then we just never went back. So now that I have a better laptop that can actually run it, I'm assuming the best patch I can get for it, like the actual fan translation.
Yeah, I don't know.
If we get to the Agia route and it's impossible to do, then we'll cross that bridge.
Well,
when we get
then
to
we'll
it.
just read it and laugh at it.
I guess, yeah. It just depends on how bad it gets.
Right. Who knows? Maybe we'll get, what's her name?
Kualalul?
Bucci.
Yeah, what is her actual name?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I don't remember.
No idea.
Big boy work.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy
big boy.
VII Remake. J5276 has a timestamp that I don't need to click because I know what it is.
Yep.
Says you're the latest in a long line of YouTubers and streamers to get caught out by that.
It really looked like Cloud was holding Wedge's ass.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he grabs his ass and then
Like the way the camera pans to
and then he
it,
looks back
Wedge
like
looks back at him like it's like, man, you really
just going for
contributed
it.
to the team there. Yeah.
Just going for the wedge.
Right.
Punch the shark.
For the wedge. Is anyone's name correct? If my heart had wings. Tom's the Crunk Engine timestamp. Only in anime will people actually encourage women to get into STEM fields. Well, I looked this up. I actually typed in why are STEM fields male dominated. I'm gonna give you a little insight
Okay.
here.
Is
Thomas.
this the segment?
Yeah. this is me needing to put a coin in the
Yeah.
rip on Thomas. It's many factors. Wait, let's see here. STEM remains male-dominated because of many factors. They include gender bias and stereotypes, male-dominated educational settings and workplaces, and sexual harassment.
Nah.
So maybe it's not the most welcome and opening field for a woman. So
It's like
come
an
on,
anime
Thomas.
club.
Well, I've seen videos of, I want to say it was a TikTok, but it was like a woman who was in a STEM or an engineering class or something in college, and it was her and then all guys.
Yeah.
And she was just filming her own face, and like you could hear all these guys saying the most fucking vile, disgusting, sexist stuff. And it's like, yeah, it's probably not the most safe, welcoming environment.
Wouldn't want to be there either, probably.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but I mean, how do you bridge that gap? It's when it's a boys' club for so long.
Right. It's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
You skipped one.
I did. Oh, I did.
Girl on the Windmill Hill. If my heart had wings, Demas AP says, "Let's go." My fave VN.
Awesome. Apparently, a lot of people's favorite.
That's what I'm saying. We got all these comments. It's making me like think it's gonna be great.
I know we haven't really gotten that far into it yet, but I hope it's as good as everyone says it is. And then, is anyone's name correct? Back to that one because I skipped the one because I'm an idiot.
Oh, I didn't even see that. That one just popped up.
Yeah, 11 minutes ago. Joshua Patterson says, a British Agia. That is something I never thought I wanted to.
Yeah, it's really weird that the main girl, not main, but one of the main girls is
childhood friend is British.
British.
I usually reserve that for, like, the tall character.
Right. Like the purple one that I gave the whole voice to.
Yeah.
Seems like the one that would be the
British.
British.
I don't know. It's still early in the playthrough, so those voices could change. I feel like the British one and Agia and the wheelchair girl's voice will probably stay the same. The rest of the girls, who knows? Because, I mean, watching it back, I was like, a lot of these sound just familiar.
That's just because I suck.
Well, we got to, like, come up with, like, it's not even just, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to, like, do, like, Machina voice or whatever. But we've got British, we've got breathy, we've got my regular girl voice, your regular girl voice. I mean, you could give one of them a fucking boyish voice. You make one of them Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We'll sort it out. Because, I mean, what was it? It was, the voices were all different at the beginning of Danganronpa.
Oh, yeah. That was too many at one time. And the Nekopara girls, they all came on the screen at once, too. And it was like...
Yeah, like, if we do when we do Nekopara Part 2, we're going to have to watch the Part 1 just to see, like, even, like, a baseline of, like, what kind of voices did we give these characters? Because I bet a lot of them are similar. But there's only so many voices we can do.
Yeah.
Like, the two accents I have are terrible British and terrible Southern. Like, I got to come up with something. I got to get, like, terrible Scottish or something.
Yeah.
I need to watch...
when I'm put on the spot, I'm just like...
voice. I need to just watch the movie Brave, like, 700 times in a row.
There you go.
And develop a Scottish accent.
Yeah. We need a new accent.
Because the extent of my Scottish accent is... Yeah. There's no words. I can't do words. But I can do the... How's about it? That's it. That's my Scottish accent. Or is that Irish?
Yeah.
I don't know.
More Irish.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay, well, I need to watch Brave, and then
Braveheart,
and then Boondock Saints.
Okay.
Wait, no, yeah, Braveheart would make more sense. I don't know. I gotta just... I'm sure there's videos I could watch, or like YouTube tutorials on how to do accents and stuff.
Yeah.
It would be cool to, like, get more voices. Yeah, we'll see. You never know. I say that, but then cut to the next 70 visual novels all having a Southern girl and a British girl in them. Because it just comes naturally.
It happens.
Because I'm a Southern belle myself.
It's a good voice.
Yeah, it's fine. I gotta stop giving people the breathy one, because that fucking kills me.
There we go. I'll give Monokuma voice to one of them.
Perfect.